New insight tonight from President Joe Biden in his first formal remarks on the objects shot down from the sky last weekend. The president saying there's no indication they are tied to China's spy balloon program.
But that said, in All New at 6, we're taking a deeper dive into the extent of the Chinese espionage program on the ground. We found that all of Latin America and the Caribbean are targets. And as CBS 4 Hank Tester tells us, the Chinese have been very active just 50 miles from here in the Bahamas.
What the Chinese are doing in the air is nothing compared to their massive economic and political efforts on the ground in the Caribbean, Central and South America. And where's the United States?
For the most part, the U.S. has not spent great amounts of money in Latin America.
And the Chinese, for years.
They have very high levels of investment just about in every country, from Venezuela to Brazil to Argentina to Bolivia to Chile.
The Chinese government and closely aligned military affiliates have spent billions in our region granting loans and building political alliances. Let's look right next door to the Bahamas. Ever since the Bahamas' recognition of the One China policy, Chinese bankers and construction companies have been loaning money to the Bahamas for infrastructure programs, including gambling casinos and resorts. There was a $30 million gift to build a national stadium, a $3 billion loan to upgrade the Freeport Megaport, the port now managed by the Chinese, $40 million to build a port at Abaco, and the $3 billion Baha Mar Resort. And speaking of ports and supply chain management,
they've been administering the Panama Canal for a long time now.
And here's just a taste of Chinese investment and involvement across the region. Since 2005, $4.1 billion in Mexico. Annual trade with Mexico, $100 billion. The Dominican Republic, $3.1 billion in loans and $600 million to improve infrastructure. Jamaica, $3.16 billion in loans and grants. And Cuba, a recent donation of $100 million and often restructuring of debt. China is Cuba's largest trade partner, second only to Venezuela.
They're making decisions on 100-year projections.
Chinese aggressively seeking raw materials, minerals to fuel their economy that has to sustain a population of 1.5 billion.
They essentially control the lithium triangle in Chile, Bolivia, and Argentina.
Many of the countries in our region depend heavily on Chinese communications infrastructure, especially cell phone and internet technology. The Chinese have filled a vacuum neglected by the United States and in the process have gained immense communist-based political and economic leverage in the region that surrounds South Florida. I'm Hank Tester, CBS 4 News.